Rolex watches have always been the gold standard of luxury, blending timeless style with a smart investment. But recently, something unexpected has happened, a drop in their prices. In today's video, we're going to dissect why this is happening and what it might mean for the treasures in your collection. If this is your first visit, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now, let's get into the thick of it. The rise of the pre-owned watch market is a major player in this drama. Thanks to platforms like eBay, Chrono24, and Watchbox, getting your hands on a second-hand Rolex is as easy as pie. This influx has somewhat flooded the market, driving down prices for new watches. It's a bit like realizing your rare stamp collection might be more common than you thought. Quite the plot twist for any savvy collector. Changing consumer tastes are definitely stirring the pot. The younger set is on the prowl for something fresh, something that dances outside the conventional lines of luxury. Rolex, with its classic allure, isn't always hitting the right notes for them. As these preferences shift, avant-garde brands are catching the eye, sidelining the traditional titan of timepieces. It turns out, in the eyes of Gen Z, not every classic is a must-have. And let's talk about the pandemic. It's thrown quite the spanner in the works, tweaking wallets and tweaking priorities alike. With money a bit tighter and the future less certain, splurging on a Rolex might not be everyone's top pick right now. This reality has left a lot of high-end watches gathering dust, pushing prices down even further. It's proof that even the luxury market has to ride the roller coaster of global events, like it or not. Well, Rolex watches have this uncanny ability to remain a hot ticket item for collectors around the globe. They're not just about the prestige, they pack a punch with top-notch quality, timeless designs, and a heritage that speaks volumes. But not everything is as smooth as a Rolex movement. There's a bit of grumbling about the secondary market, where prices for these luxury pieces can soar well above what you'd see in a store. Ponder this. When you're mulling over whether to invest in a Rolex, think about the bigger picture, the long haul. Market trends might waver, but Rolex watches have a knack for holding their value. This isn't just luck, it's part of Rolex's plan. They keep their production numbers tight, which helps keep their watches rare and desirable. Back in 2021, they produced 1.5 million watches, but walking into an authorized dealer and buying one on the spot could still be a challenge unless you're already a recognized customer or you've patiently waited your turn on a list. Also, when Rolex decides to retire a model like they did with the Rolex Submariner Hulk in 2020, it stirs up a frenzy that drives the prices even higher. Quick break. Why not subscribe and join the opulent Oasis community? Stay ahead with our top-notch content. Back to the discussion. Here's the scoop on snagging the right Rolex. It's all about shopping smart. Kick things off by finding a dealer you can trust. After all, the world's rife with fakes, and you deserve the genuine article. Once that's out of the way, it's time to choose a Rolex that doesn't just sit on your wrist, but feels like it belongs there. Skip the trend chasing and look beyond just market values. The best Rolex for you is the one that resonates with your style and life. Take the Rolex Submariner, for instance. This isn't just any watch, it's a fortress for your wrist. It boasts an oyster case that's both robust and elegant, water-resistant up to 300 meters, and luminescent hour markers for time-telling in the dark, because who knows when that could come in handy. Despite the market swings, Rolex's reputation for durability and class means your investment is more likely to appreciate over time. So while today's market might be a tad unpredictable, investing in a Rolex is as reliable as they come, solid, dependable, and perpetually stylish. So take your time, explore your options, and enjoy the journey. Choosing the perfect Rolex isn't just about acquiring a timepiece, it's about selecting a companion for life's adventures. When scouting for a Rolex, a few golden tips can keep you on the right track. First off, find a reputable dealer to dodge the minefield of fakes. Trust me, they're everywhere, and you don't want to end up with a Fool-X. It's all about spotting the real McCoy. Next, choose a model that jives with your personal style. Sure, some watches are the flavor of the month, or might fetch a higher price down the line, but the real deal is picking one that feels like it was made just for you. Here's a little Rolex wisdom. Despite any momentary dips in the market, the allure of a Rolex tends to stick around, much like that catchy song you can't get out of your head. This isn't just due to their sturdy build, but also their classic style that never seems to fade. So while the immediate outlook might seem a bit bumpy, think of it as a testament to their resilience, kind of like a Rolex snug in its oyster case, ready to weather any storm. All right, let's dive into the wild world of Rolex watch prices. It's not just a straightforward game of supply and demand. We're looking at shifting markets, evolving consumer tastes, and the unexpected plot twists brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic. Today's prices might seem on the softer side, but make no mistake, Rolex still plays a strong game in the long run. Peaking at a 5-year trend from watchcharts.com feels like a throwback to the roller coaster summer of 2021. Prices soared and then plummeted, giving us a textbook example of a boom and bust cycle. Yet despite the ups and downs, the overarching trend for Rolex prices points upwards. Yes, it's a ride with its fair share of bumps, but for the patient players, it's mostly upward climbs with fewer dips. Who's getting the short end of the stick? The flippers. The shorter-term charts lay out the recent drops quite clearly, but it looks like we're beginning to see some stability. For those eyeing models like the Tiffany Dial Oyster Perpetual, brace yourselves for potential further drops. So, if that's your dream watch, you might want to start saving those pennies for a rainy day. As for the old reliables like the Submariner, Datejust and GMT, the market seems to have found its balance. Expect more gentle ripples rather than big waves in their values going forward. So you're thinking about snagging a Rolex? Excellent choice. Here's how to ensure your investment is as solid as the watch's reputation. First up, hit the books, or rather, the websites and catalogs. Dive deep into the different models and their unique quirks, and soak up the storied history of Rolex. This isn't just checking items off a list, it's about connecting with a timepiece that ticks just right for you. Finding a trustworthy dealer is absolutely crucial. There's nothing worse than realizing you've been handed a dud when you were shooting for the stars. Remember, Rolexes are like the Ferraris of the watch world. They're not just a splurge, they're an investment, so budget with the precision of a Swiss watchmaker. Choosing your model is more of an art than a science. Go for one that seems to sing on your wrist. Before you make it official, examine the watch like a detective. Look for any signs of wear or oddities, especially if it's had a previous life. And don't skip the warranty talk, it's your safety net in case your new luxury ride hits a pothole. Ready to make it official? Secure all your paperwork. You're not just buying a watch, you're entering a lifelong partnership with a piece of precision engineering. Welcome to the club. Buying a Rolex isn't merely a purchase, it's like signing up for an elite club. Take your time, choose wisely. And this isn't just about keeping minutes, it's about making memories. Stick with reputable sources, do your homework, and stay true to your style, and you'll dodge the duds to land a piece that's both a conversation starter and a savvy investment. Remember, a Rolex doesn't just tell time, it tells your story. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to Opulent Oasis for more luxury insights, and catch us in the next video where we'll uncover more opulent treasures.